Okay, today's video is about taking a trip. Okay, so when you take a trip, most of the time you do some planning. Okay, most of the time you do some planning, right? So what do? You have to do some packing. So depending on how long you're going to be where you're going, you got to pack. Okay, you got to fill up the car. Maybe you have to drive to the airport, or maybe you're driving to the destination where you want to go. Most time you got to fill up your gas tank. A lot of times you plan your route. Yeah, navigation helps sometimes, but maybe there's a particular route that you want to go, that you're used to, that you have familiarity with, and that's the path that you're going, the route that you're going. Also, in addition to that, you got to decide what time you're going to leave. You got to make sure you set the alarm clocks early enough to get up everybody, get the spouse, the kids up, right? And all that's in addition to the months of planning that you have to figure out where you're going to go, figure out where you want to stay. You pay for your rooms, you put deposits down, you possibly even buy plane tickets, bus tickets, train tickets, whatever the case may be. So a lot of times, even though there's some planning that you probably do a couple days before, there's usually planning for trips, a serious trip, that you have to do maybe months in advance. Maybe if it's maybe you have to get a passport or something like that, new driver's license or whatever the case would be. So there's a lot of times when you're wanting to go to a destination, when you're taking a journey or a destination, you do some planning to get there. Okay? Now, here's the problem. You do all this planning, and then something unforeseen happens, right? Maybe something tries to interrupt that plan, right? What could go wrong? Maybe you're driving to the airport and you run across maybe some unexpected road construction. Maybe on the interstate. A lot of times that backs traffic up for miles and for hours. So maybe that tries to hinder that plan that you put into place, okay? Sure, you may have left a little early, but maybe that construction took up all the time that you thought you would be early, right? Okay, maybe you had a flat tire. Maybe you had to stop, take all the luggage out, put the temporary spare on, put all the stuff back in. But guess what? You're not going to drive very far on a temporary spare usually, or some type of spare tire. Usually going to go to a tire shop. That could take another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours as well, right? You got to plan for bathroom breaks, but sometimes you have to stop more than you wanted to, whether it's for food or bathroom. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe they get car sick, right, Jeffrey? Maybe they get car sick. You got to stop, clean them up, change clothes, all that kind of stuff. Okay, maybe there's an accident. That always happens, especially when you feel like you're in a hurry. An accident holds traffic up for maybe an hour or two. Maybe you're not in it, but it still holds the traffic up. That could hinder you from getting to your journey, your destination at the time that you wanted to. Okay, also maybe just slow traffic. Maybe just slow traffic's holding everybody up, because I'm one of those guys, when I get interstate, I want to go a certain speed. And if everybody else is not going that speed and they hinder me, I get a little aggravated. Not road rage aggravated, but just aggravated. And sometimes these back roads, if you decide to take a back road, can be even worse because maybe the speed limit's not as fast. Okay? So, we talked about what you do to plan to go somewhere and the effort. Sometimes it's months in advance that you plan to go somewhere. But on the way there, maybe the destination, maybe to the airport, or maybe during your drive, you get some unexpected things that maybe you didn't plan for, right? That hinders you from makes you miss your flight, or hinders you from reaching your destination on time. Maybe you missed a meeting or a family reunion or something like that because you were early, but then all these things put you behind, okay? Now, you might ask where I'm going with this, because I always have an analogy. But think about this in life sometimes, okay? When you have a goal or a dream or something you want to reach, okay? And in your mind, you see it playing out, and you've maybe put down some steps or some paths that you can follow, maybe some people to follow, and then seemingly unexpected things keep coming up, hindering you from reaching your destination, reaching your goal, reaching your dream, especially in the time that you think you might want to, okay? So I got 3 things to help you with this. If you're taking a real trip, or if you just got a goal or a dream that you want to reach, there's 3 things that I think would help you if you just think about these in your planning, okay? Number 1, you definitely have to plan for the unexpected. You have to allot yourself more time than usual because sometimes things are going to come up in front of you. Maybe there's some financial issues when you're wanting to start a business. Maybe there's some credit issues that you have to clean up. Maybe there's something relationship-wise that you have to deal with before you get into that. Maybe you got to find a good partner that you can trust. There's all kinds of things that could take that time level farther than you want to, so you have to plan for that. Those are things. If it happens sooner, great. But at least that way, if you planned on the unexpected things, then you won't be so down on yourself when those things don't work out on your time frame. The second thing is, and this is an important one, learn to adapt quickly. Okay? You have to be able to react, okay, and adapt quickly to a situation. So when something unexpected happens, maybe you did plan for an unexpected, but maybe it wasn't the unexpected that you thought, okay? You have to be able to adapt and react to that on the fly, okay? Sometimes it's hard to do, I understand. Sometimes you got to write out plans for that too, but it helps if you're able to do that on a regular basis, okay? And number 3, and this is important as well, don't give up, okay? Don't give up on that dream or goal or reaching that destination, okay? For example, on your trip, you spend all this money in hotel rooms and plane tickets and accommodations and all these things you pre-bought, right? You're not going to let anything hinder you from getting there because you don't want to have to give up that money, at least the majority of it, or maybe even partial of it. You understand what I'm saying? Same way with a goal or a dream. If you can see the end of the tunnel and you know where you want to get, you're not going to necessarily let things hinder you from getting there. They may slow you down, and you have to plan for that unexpected. You have to adapt. You have to react to the change, and then you have to keep striving for that goal. Now, granted, sometimes we do set goals that maybe, it's not something that we need to be doing, but there again, that's why you try things. That's why you do different things to see if that's something that you can accomplish. Okay? So I hope this has helped somebody today. If you got a dream or a goal, or if you're just taking a trip, those 3 things will help. Plan for the unexpected. Be able to adapt and react on the fly when a change occurs that you're not expecting. And also, don't give up, because much like that trip that you don't want to give up all that money for, so you're still going to make it, your dream and goal could pay you back dividends if you never give up. Hope this helps somebody today. Y'all go out today, the rest of this week. Tomorrow's the 4th. Y'all have a safe holiday. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you'll comment, like, share, whatever, I appreciate it. This has been the Fist Pump guy over at Bondi's Toyota, selling cars the right way because it's the only way I know. Follow the Fist Pump Enterprise.